guys, Major Foley here, and now we are up to Strangers. I did mention this in the previous video. I am sorry, I've been trying to fix my sleeping pattern and it's taking a lot out of me personally. Because, you know, fixing sleeping patterns are never fucking simple these days for me. But yeah, I had a couple of things I'll be doing that I need to be up for. So, in the interest of that too, I've even, like, streams have actually been shorter than normal too, really, like no longer than 5 hours most of the time. On the plus side, I did finish Super Mario 3D World, at least the main game. I'm still going for 100% on that on stream at times. And I've also started planning on getting the quest cape for RuneScape. I've finished a lot of them, but I want to make that goal for the end of this year to at least get the quest cape for RuneScape. So that's a thing I'll be doing. In the meantime, though, we are going to continue on with Strangers. So I mentioned in the previous the extended edition video of this one is we can't see a foot in front of us. We have to rely on shades, and shades will provide us the line of sight we need. Our human soldiers are mostly useless in this one, but there is a spot we can use them pretty effectively. Well, not effectively, they'll be more like meat shields. And especially in some sections, you're going to want to focus fire the myth units, because if your heroes are focusing another target, they're going to take too much damage despite the regenerating abilities they have. Another thing I need to mention is if your heroes drop and they have a relic, they will drop the relic when they were revived, so you have to pick it up again. This is important because once you cross the ferry and you lose all your boats, because eventually you'll lose them to Leviathans, you will not be able to go back and collect that relic. So make sure before you cross, you have 2 relics. Let's get started.
It'll take a lifetime to tunnel through this.
The Cyclops said there were other ways into the underworld. That means there are other ways out.
Shades, the dead. We are strangers to this realm, but they know it well. They can show us the way out of this place.
Alright. Assign control groups. Let's move on. We'll find our first shade. And move forward, and you'll see a Minotaur. Don't use the shade on the Minotaur, we want to save a few for the end. Now, there are plenty of shades in this map, so you'll have plenty to kill the enemy units at the end.
These shades can see and fight for us, but we should be careful how we use them.
You must journey through Hades' realms and collect his lost relics.
Yeah, he also doesn't make it easy for us, Hades. He casts god powers and all against us. Why my hoplites went forward first, I don't know, but I've already lost 2 hoplites. Oh well, shit happens. Like I said, they're not important in the grand scheme of it. Chiron, you can mainly focus on the Manticore here. He doesn't have to focus on the same units, because wage jets are pretty weak. Plus, you know, the heroes have to break through the gate to get to him. There you go. Alright, so shades first. It might be a good idea to destroy all the gate doors just so your units aren't stuck. Might be a thing to remember. Anyway, focus your fire here and do it like 2 units or so at a time. I found when I was doing this last time, I didn't focus fire properly, and it cost me. Like, my heroes kept falling. They came back eventually, because as long as you got units that can walk and give line of sight, you can revive your heroes. Now, they seem to be extremely focused on our Cantos here, so we might retreat him a little bit. See, I don't know why Chiron went up to this one. Yeah, a lot of these myth units you verse will one-shot your soldiers. So Cyclops, Minotaur... Well, Minotaur will most likely knock them back because they're not as strong. But what else? Mummies will turn them into minions. There's more than a few Minotaur here too, so we've got to deal with that. Have your Toxite help, don't have your Hoplites help. Unless they're targeting other targets like the Minotaur are right now, so we can move in. HX fell, not a problem. He'll come back. Like I said, I'm not even focus firing here, which is my problem. My Chiron and the Archers were focusing one, the Hoplites and Arcanus were focusing another. But we don't have any relics yet anyway, so we're still pretty good. If you think you're going to lose a fight, you can use a Shade wherever you need to. Now, we need to deal with these Minotaur too, because eventually they'll just come around, so we might as well deal with them now. Especially with a Shade we can grab here, so... Just hit them here. Yeah. These aren't upgraded Minotaur, so they're pretty easy to kill. Like, this is one of my favorite levels, but it is a little annoying on how you have to navigate it.
There's the first relic.
A hero has fallen.
They struck a critical brawler there. I thought Ajax had about 10 health there. Interesting. Anyway, Ajax will be up in a second. Chiron usually has more health because, well, less health than our frontline heroes, but he doesn't take as much damage, so sometimes having him tank damage is not a bad idea. Especially since the Manticore is not the most accurate of things, you can see there. Anyway, make sure, remember, when the hero falls, they'll leave the control group and you have to reassign them.
You have been granted the power of bronze.
Bronze is not going to be much use to us. Although, we do play a little mini-game with it, so we'll see how we go there. Alright. Get the temple line of sight, although it doesn't help you a lot. See if we can bait one. Nope, we can't. Gonna wait. Gonna wait for the Elder Cyclops to pass. Should be another Shade here, I think. Yep. So this gives our heroes time to heal as well, so... looks like they're going back. Good. Get their attention with Chiron. Now this might be one of those moments, especially that you might want to use a Shade. That's up to you to make that call. I think I might, personally, because you'll get plenty of Shades towards the end anyway. See, they'll stop firing even after you shift-click the units. It's because they're out of... That's the gimmick with this level. Even with Shade sight, units need to be commanded even when they're like right next to a unit, because they can't quote-unquote see it. So it's a little annoying to deal with. Don't go to the left, we're gonna go up, because there's a Manticore there we can avoid. We're gonna go up. We should probably kill these Cyclops because we're not going to get through the gate before that, so we'll just make sure they're dead. Ajax is going to go down again. Maybe not. Ah, he will. Oh, never mind. Close. Next relic is Restoration. It's not... We're not going to be using it to heal our units here. Shades first. Or not. Keep the hoplites away, because that's gonna happen. That's why you don't want to send your human soldiers in. Oh man, I love waypointing in this game sometimes. I mean, it's not the game's fault really. Sometimes I'm just making quite a few mistakes, but again, the level's pretty easy, even with the mistakes you make. Alright, so I am going to use a Shade here, even though Chiron can take care of business by himself. I just want to get past this part quicker. See the heroes come back, no issue. Can't recall if there's a Shade over here. Nope. But there is one coming up over here. Down here. Thing to mention, guys. There are Crocs of Set here, I think. I don't know if they're Crocs of Set or just Crocs. Your shades can target them and kill themselves on crocs, so don't target the crocs. I did that in the extended edition like an idiot. Yep, their crocodiles were set. So, yeah, make sure you're not touching them. It might not be a bad idea to actually cast Restoration, because our heroes do keep falling. Grab that other shade.
I will ferry you
Hello,
across
Charon.
the Styx. Beware of the creatures beneath the
Alright, so I mentioned this in the other video too. Don't just point your waypoint here. There is a few more Krakens ahead, and if the Kraken gets to the ship's dead, since they have the special ability that lets them one-shot ships. Now, with the other Charon's Ferry you get, target the Kraken down. Go forward. I like to play a little game with the bronze power to see if I can keep these ships alive later. So we'll be seeing if that happens soon enough. So just kill the Kraken. Alright, so we do have both relics in hand, so we didn't miss them, which is good. We'll get some Centaur here.
We are rescued.
Alright, so again, despite the line of sight we got, our units cannot see 3 feet in front of them. So again, be aware of that. Now, as we get closer to here, they'll get some wages to spawn that we have to kill. Oh, no. And they pissed off the other Kraken. Our ships are definitely not going to live against the Leviathan now. Oh well. Our human soldiers are practically useless here, so we can just send them forward. Get rid of these. Alright. Shift click those commands, and I wonder how many of those commands will actually be listened to. Alright. Bring forward. And here come the snakes. Yep, there they are. Bronze! I'm gonna cast Restoration here. See how long they last. Nah, they won't last. I should have really used Restoration where the heroes are. That doesn't matter. It's pretty much, as long as you don't forget the relic on the other side and you got shades, it's pretty much impossible to lose this level. Didn't do too bad of a job for being one less than number. Alright, so I'm going to use a shade here to get rid of one of the Medusa, because these units are starting to annoy me. I'm going to send a few of our shades forward. I'm going to take out some Manticore. Alright, don't forget the relic.
A lightning storm granted from Zeus.
So we're going to hit one of the Manticore here. There's going to be a Chimera later, so I want to get rid of the Chimera. Where is he? There he is. Get rid of him. We get a couple more shades. So yeah, back to 5 already. These wolves will eventually become aggravated on you, so make sure to kill them as you bypass them. Well, pass them. Bypass them. We're not skipping them. Hello, forest fire. This is where it gets... We're pretty much at the end, so all you have to do is bang. One. Yeah.
We should search for more shades.
You don't need to search for more shades. One shade got stuck though, which is hilarious. Anyway, we don't need the line of sight of the shades anymore. It's a straightforward path from here. And we are done. Just gotta get our units over there. Poor Shade, he's stuck. Let's end his life. Not really had a lot to begin with, though. Considering he's in the underworld.
Our task is complete. The lost relics are returned.
Yeah, that was a little more difficult on this one than the extended. I don't know if they have a damage buff or health buff. I don't think they did. So, but...
Temples. Arcantos. The gods have favored you before. Perhaps one of them will now, if you ask.
We are lucky that one of these honors Poseidon. It is no use. Why does Poseidon not respond?
Perhaps it is another who favors you. What of Zeus?
Everyone go! Quickly! Move!
And Arcantos has a little bit of doubt about Poseidon's abilities in him now. Still has faith, though.
We should have opened the first gate to Tartarus. And if you had killed the Atlantean when he came to take the trident back from you, we would have. What if he escapes the underworld? What if he does? He isn't going to gather an army and bring it to Egypt before I've let the old one out. What of the Egyptian gods? Only Osiris would stand against us. And Kemsit claims Set has seen to him. Excellent. If Arcantos does manage to escape Erebus, he will not escape me again. He had better not. Poseidon wishes his sons return to power. No man from Atlantis will stop this.
So yeah, that cutscene was a bit wonky there. I don't know what happened there. Alright, well, that's it for the level strangers, guys, and this is the beginning of the Egyptian part of the campaign, starting with the Lost Relic. That'll come soon. I don't know what happened with that cutscene there. I'm gonna say this now, guys. If you really want to play this game, don't play with the Gold Edition. Play with the extended one, because, especially if you're using two monitors, because using something like Dual Display Mouse Manager and accidentally pressing a button that puts you on the second monitor, it's bloody annoying. Even when I was recording this video, I had to actually restart the recording and start again, because it just kept going through the monitor, because I have it set to control. I don't want to change the control. It's like handy for other games that have this issue too. But yeah, I would recommend using the extended edition over the Gold edition personally. But I said I'd do both, so I'm doing both. Alright, that's it for this episode, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time.